Oh, I press a red button, and that means time is captured forever? Oh man, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another pickup video here on the YouTube and the Instagram. What the fuck happened today, man? I tried posting this video earlier, but the stupid, apparently Facebook crashed today. What the fuck is up with that, man? I don't know, dude. I know I've recorded this now 4 times. It feels like, yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times I've tried to record this video, so hopefully, as they say in the industry, man, is 4th time's the charm, right? No, it's 3 times, whatever. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, but we bought some stuff, and we are back for another video here. So I think we will just go ahead and jump right into it, right? So first off, I've been talking with a lot of friends. I talk with a lot of people. What can I say? I'm a sociable kind of guy, and my friend has been able to give me a couple suggestions, so I took them up on those suggestions and purchased a couple things on the intranet. First off, being Stephen King's Cujo. It took me a second. I was like, wait a minute, what is the name of the book? Dude, it's not like you've done this video 3 other times at this point. But Stephen King's Cujo, which is actually a Stephen King book that I do not have in my collection. I can go ahead and see the back here. This is actually a pretty cool paperback copy of it. I'm trying to see if there's a release date in terms of when this one was printed. I don't know. It seems like it's like the newer edition of it. I haven't quite started getting to read it as of yet. I've been kind of in a slump or whatever you want to call it, in regards to reading. So I still have a book, the Young Buck's autobiography, if you haven't heard on any of our previous other podcasts. But I still haven't made my way through that, but I kind of want to just start this. I was told it's a very short read. My only memories of this book or whatever, the movie, was the scene where the kid has to get out of the car to take a leak. And you're all super scared that the dog's gonna get him or something. So I think this is that's the same movie as the book that I saw. I mean, it could be another killer dog movie, I guess. I don't know how many of those they made out there in the late 80s, early 90s. But yeah, Cujo. So I took my friend up on the offer, or not offer. It's not like they paid. I paid. But I took him up on their recommendation though, and I got Cujo. So I'm gonna go ahead and read this. Which, dude, I have so many Stephen King books as is. So I'm going to read this, and then I'm hopefully going to read The Stand. I'm thinking, obviously it's only, we're already in October, so I can't really commit to, finishing The Stand by the end of the year. But hopefully we will start that book and finish that sometime going into next year, God willing, and yes, sir. All right, so the second thing we got here from my friend's recommendation list is A Quiet Place. Now, it's got Emily Blunt, John Krasinski. If you're a fan of The Office, obviously John Krasinski, which I think he actually directs this film. The sequel just came out this last summer. I don't know if it was delayed because of COVID or whatnot, but I just remember seeing the preview for the second one a lot while I went to the theaters last springtime when they were showing old badass films in the movie theater. Back in the day, as I would say. But you can see here, we got just 2. We got the regular, whatever, cheap copy. The DVD, Blu-ray, digital copy. I know, it's funny, when I started recording this video a couple days ago, I had to take the digital copy out because when you open it, you're like, bam, digital copy right there. Anybody could freeze it because I still haven't added it to my library as of yet. But I was told it's a pretty good movie, so I don't know. I'm pretty excited actually to go ahead and watch this one. I was told to watch it with the lights out, which, dude, I watch every horror movie with the lights out, dude. At my office in here, dude, I got curtains over here, which I guess you can actually kind of see. Bam, get a tour of the office. You're actually seeing, if you watch the podcast, you're actually seeing the opposite view. I sit in the guest desk, the guest spot here. To record these videos here. So we got strategic little spots in this little tiny room here where we record all of our digital stuff. So bam, motherfuckers, Quiet Place. So, man, it seems like every night, dude, I'm pretty busy, dude. So it's like tonight, it's okay, gotta do this, and then you gotta make dinner, and then you gotta, do whatever else you gotta do. And it's I don't know, I'm always shooting stuff. So it's finding a time to actually sit down and watch a movie has been kind of hard lately, actually. But this is on the short list, so hopefully on the podcast, if you listen to the podcast that no one listens to, I'll talk about this at some point once I get around to actually watching it. So, okay, so we got a couple CDs to kind of round off this pickup video here. So the first one that I got was John Carpenter's The Fog soundtrack. It's not the soundtrack, but the score, I should say. Basically, dude, it's got 2 discs on it. It's the 2000 remix soundtrack album and the original 1980 score cues. Sorry for clearing my throat, dude. I don't know. I just smoked a joint. So usually I'd always fuck some. I should like not smoke weed before I record these because it fucks up my voice. So I can't get. There's 2 discs on here. But as you can see, The Fog. The Fog is like one of my favorite John Carpenter films of all time. I know I say that with like every John Carpenter film. It's like everyone, you know. Oh, Christine. Oh, I get to see that this Friday actually in theaters. So I'm pretty stoked about that. But this is, I'm a big fan of score albums too, mainly John Carpenter scores. I don't know. The last like 3 years or whatever since, fuck man, it's longer than that, dude. It's like 2018. Yeah, I guess like 3-4 years at this point. Cause I discovered John Carpenter, like it wasn't even until I was like in my late 20s, early 30s, I really didn't start like watching his films, like, and seeing all of his films, I should say. I mean, you've seen a handful of them or whatever, but I never had seen The Thing. I know you'd always heard about the fight scene from They Live. Halloween I'd seen, but like Halloween 3 I'd never seen. And then so once I was introduced to John Carpenter, man, I just instantly fell in love. And I already have like Escape from New York score. I also have the Halloween 3 score as well. And then the John Carpenter Greatest Hits, which is like all his like main title themes or whatever. But yeah, this is pretty cool, man. I haven't gotten to listen to it yet. I'm working in the office all week, so I can't like just put it on while I'm working because I don't have a fucking Walkman. Should just buy a Walkman. That's what I should do. But yeah, nonetheless, this is definitely got to convert this into MP3 and get this on my hard drive. But I bought the CD, so I'm pretty stoked on that. This next CD, probably gonna get a lot of shit for. But we got Yesterday, Today, Tomorrow, the greatest hits of Kenny Loggins, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, look at that, dude. Look at that handsome face right there. Basically bought this for 3 tracks on here. Footloose, Danger Zone, and I'm Alright, which of course is the theme to Caddyshack. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, it's not like I'm a big fan of Kenny Loggins outside of those 3 songs. I mean, typically I've tried giving his other music a try. I just can't get into it, dude. Like, don't fight it. I'm not going to fight it, guys. I'm just not going to listen to it, okay? For the first time, not going to be the first time listening to that song, because I'm never going to listen to that song, you know. The rest of your life, yes, the rest of my life, that I'm not going to spend my time listening to all the other tracks besides those 3. So, I mean, it was a cheap pickup, dude. It's not like this was very expensive. It was only like, I don't know, $7-8 or some shit. So, I figured I'd pick it up, though. So, alright, so rounding off the video here, we got 3 punk rock albums. We got Lagwagon Live in a Dive, dude. Now, this album is very special to me. I had to rebuy it, unfortunately, but I originally bought this in 2005 at the Vans Warped Tour. Now, this was actually my introduction into Lagwagon, dude. I mean, they play all the hits on here. I mean, you got Alien, Violins, Messengers, Give It Back, Making Friends, Mr. Bat, Beer Goggles, which is something that they even acknowledge on the track. Even in 2005, they weren't playing that, but that's off their, like, self-titled album, so... Actually, wasn't? It was, yeah, I think it was off their... It's either self-titled or... What's in the first couple albums? No, man, was it... I don't know, dude. I forget. Whatever. Anyway... this is actually out of production. So on the Fat Record, if you go to the Fat Records website, you can't order this CD. So I did have to track it down on eBay. Fortunately, I didn't pay an arm and a leg for a CD that's out of print. So I only had to pay like, $15 or so. Which ain't too bad. It's probably what I would have paid anyway off the Fat Records website, since their shit's only like $10 plus like $4 for shipping or whatever. So yeah, man, I mean, this one, okay, open it up, get you guys a look, but it's got a pretty cool CD. I haven't pulled out the actual cover art yet to take a look at that, but I don't know. Lagwagon's like one of my favorite bands of all time, so I'm like in the process of trying to collect all of their physical releases on CD. So another band I'm like just about picked up all their albums for is NoFX, which I went on a pretty decent spree of picking up NoFX albums. I picked up the ones from the last couple years that I hadn't picked up, like Self-Entitled. I never actually bought that CD as a physical copy, but that'll drop another day because I have a bunch of these CDs. A bunch of CDs, I should say, that I've been picking up lately. Actually I won't reveal it until we drop it, but yeah, we got a lot of cool CDs that we'll be talking about on here. So this is a good CD, man. I mean, like, I don't know, dude. Like, a lot of people probably talk shit about NoFX when it comes to like their later, albums and whatnot. But this album came out in like 2009. I mean, I always liked it. We Called It America, which is like the opening track. My Orphan Year, that's a good song. Creepy Not Sarah, I mean, that seems to be a favorite. Eddie, Bruce, and Paul, I remember, one of my buddies remembered like really liking that song, but you can see right there again, the Coaster album. So that's a great album. Pick it up if you haven't. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, we got Punk-A-Rama Volume 2, which is a CD I have probably bought at least 4 times. Last time I remember buying it was probably around 2012 at the Fred Meyer CD section, which is like non-existent anymore, which is like all CD sections are like non-existent for the most part. Remember back in the day, Best Buy used to be the best place to go besides Off the Record, man. Shit. So Fred Meyer's always had a good selection. I mean, I found Punk-A-Rama too at fucking, Fred Meyer, so whatever. But personally, this is my favorite of all the Punk-A-Rama compilation CDs. For all you kids out there, back in the day, a good way to discover new music was through a compilation CD. So, and punk rock had, you had a couple different ones. You had Fat Music for Fat People, which is the Fat Records comp. Punk-A-Rama, the Punk-A-Rama series, and I'm sure there was other ones. I mean, you had like Side One Dummy or whatever out in like the later year, the early aughts or whatever. But this was back in like the 90s when they were releasing mainly these compilations here. But I mean, you got Bad Religion, Descendants, New Bomb Turks, Millencolin, which Millencolin, I think, I don't know, they're definitely very underrated. I think Bullion is a very good track. Pennywise, Me First, the Gimme Gimmes, TSOL, Poli, NoFX, Voodoo Glow Skulls. So I mean, among others. But yeah, man, this is one of my favorite, probably my favorite compilation besides like Fat Six. Fat Music for Fat People Volume 6. This one's my favorite, dude. So I've listened to the CD hundreds of times, and hopefully we'll listen to it 100 times more again, God willing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for this week's pickup video, man. 4th time doing this shit. So woo to that, and thankfully we're done. So if you haven't already, go check out Video Rental Chaos. We came out with a brand new episode this last Friday. Rocky Horror Picture Show. Damn, dude, that's gotten quite a lot of hits, man. A lot more hits than I'm used to seeing. So to anybody that's new to our station here, man, thank you for checking this out, man, and giving us a try, dude. Really stoked to have everybody aboard. As always, though, the flagship podcast that no one listens to drops every Thursday night on YouTube, and then you can get the audio-only version on pretty much any major podcast platform. So if you're on the go, dude, definitely check us out on Spotify or whatever else. So yeah, man, shout out also In the Mouth of Madness. We're putting out new episodes of that, so you can find us pretty much again on most podcast platforms besides Apple. It's the only thing we're not on. But you can find us on Spotify and Amazon and whatever else you use for podcasts out there. But yeah, man, we'll be back with new episodes this week. So watch last week's episodes this week, which are only a couple days old. So we always release our stuff at the end of the week. This video coming in a little late. Should have came out Saturday night. But hey, better late than never. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you guys next time. Peace.